Okay, good day, guys. Good day to you all. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here. A gentle reminder, as always, to please like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it is a free way to support the channel. And as usual, we do genuinely appreciate the support. So, guys, the Serbia squad is out. The Serbia squad is out to the Serbia squad, which will face Jamaica and Japan in these upcoming friendly internationals. So the original squad it was originally a 19-man squad, right, with 4 debutants, but now it is actually a 17-man squad with 5 debutants, right? So I'll go through the original squad first, and then I'll tell you guys the changes that have been made. And guys, bear with me a bit because some of these names are not so easy to pronounce. So bear with me, please. So the goalkeepers first. The first goalkeeper is Draga Rajkovic, right? And he's 25 years old. I hope I got that one right. Draga Rajkovic, right? I'm very sorry, guys. Bear with me. He's 25 years old and he is the starting goalkeeper for Stade Reims, right, in League 1. Right, the second goalkeeper, who is actually a debutant, is Marco Ilich. He is 23 years old and he plays for KV Kortrijk in the Belgian Pro League, and he is a starter for them as well. I got the name, I think I got the name right on that one anyway. That name was a bit easier to pronounce. Not so much the club name though. But the third goalkeeper is Dusan Vladovic, and he is 24 years old. He is a bencher at Basel in Switzerland, that big club in Switzerland. The defenders, centre back Stefan Mitrovic, 31 years old, and he is a starter for Strasbourg in League 1. Right? The next defender, he is also a debutant. He is a centre back, Sava Kestic, and he is 20 years old and he plays for FC Cologne. Right? And he started a couple games for Cologne this season, or Cologne. You know, it depends on some people say Cologne, some people say Cologne. He started a couple games for them in the Bundesliga this season. And he, as I said, is a debutant. The next player on the list is centre back Strahinja Pavlovic. He is 20 years old and he plays for Cercle Bruges, and he is on loan from Monaco, and he was a starter for Cercle Bruges this season. Right? The next player on the list is centre back Uros Spahic, and he is 28 years old. He plays for Feyenoord, and he got regular game time for Feyenoord this season. Feyenoord, that big club in the Dutch Eredivisie. The next player on the list is right back Marco Petkovic. He is 28 years old and he plays for FK TSC Baka Topola in the Serbian First Division, and he is a starter for them. The next player on the list is a left back, and he is a debutant as well. He is 21 years old and he is Alexa Tarsich. Think I got that one right. 21 years old. He plays for Empoli in Serie B, and he is on loan he's actually a Fiorentina player, but he is on loan at Empoli, and he is a bencher for Empoli. Empoli, by the way, are the Serie B champions. The next player on the list is Miguel Ristich, and this rounds out the defenders. He is a 25-year-old. his main position for his club is he's a left midfielder, but he can be deployed as a left back as well, and it does appear that Serbia have brought him into the squad to be a left back, even though for the majority of the season he was a left midfielder, and he plays for Montpellier. So he's 25 years old, he's a left midfielder, plays mostly left midfield for Montpellier. He is 25 years old and he is a starter for Montpellier. And of course, you guys know Montpellier is in Ligue 1. So that rounds out the defenders. Onto the midfielders. Defensive midfielder Nemanja Makizmovic. I think I got that one right. 26 years old. He plays for Getafe in La Liga, and he is a starter for Getafe in La Liga. The second midfielder on the list is defensive midfielder / central midfielder Nemanja Gudel, and you guys more than likely know that name and are is familiar with that name. He is a 29-year-old midfielder, defensive midfielder for Sevilla, and of course he is a starter for Sevilla. The next midfielder on the list is he is a left midfielder / left winger. That is Darko Lazovic. He is 30 years old and he is a starter in Serie A for Hellas Verona. The next midfielder on the list is defensive / central midfielder Marko Grodjic. I believe I got that one right, I think. 25 years old. He is on loan at Porto from Liverpool, right? The next midfielder on the list is right winger / left winger / number 10 Andrija Zivkovic, 24 years old, and he is a starter for PAOK Thessaloniki, and that is a big club in Greece. And the last midfielder on the list is number 10 / left winger Filip Juricic, and he is a starter for Sassuolo in the Serie A, in the Italian Serie A. And then last but not least, the strikers. And the original striker pool was just 3 strikers in this original squad, and it was the country's leading goal scorer Alexander Mitrovic, 26 years old, and you guys know he plays for Fulham. The second centre forward on the list was Dusan Vladovic, that big baller that plays for Fiorentina, and he is a starter in Serie A for Fiorentina. He scored 21 goals this season in the Italian Serie A for Fiorentina, and he was voted Serie A Best Young Player of the season. And the third centre forward is Dejan Jovelic. Not so sure I got that one right, but he is 21 years. By the way, Vlahovic, if I fail to mention it, he's 21 years old. And Dejan Jovelic is 21 years old, and he plays for Wolfsburg. Not Wolfsburg in Germany, but the other Wolfsburg in Austria, right? And he is a starter for them, for Wolfsburg in Austria, right? So that was the initial 19-man squad. Now, the thing about this 19-man squad is that a couple of names dropped out, right? Just like what happened with us as well. A couple of names dropped out for Serbia as well. So the good news for us is that the 2 big center forwards, Alexander Mitrovic and Dusan Vladovic, have dropped out, and they will not be a part of this Japanese tour from what the reports have suggested or indicated or stated rather. So Alexander Mitrovic out, Dusan Vladovic out. They brought in a center forward to replace both. Well, they brought in one center forward to replace both. And that is the leading goal scorer in the Serbian league, right? They brought in center forward Milan Makaric. He is 25 years old and he plays for Radnik Serdulica, right, in the Serbian first division. Hope I got that one right. And he is the leading goal scorer in the Serbian first division with 25 goals in 38 games. And two midfielders as well dropped out. The Hellas Verona starting left winger Darko Lazovic, he dropped out as well, and also Andrija Zivkovic, right, the 24-year-old Polk Thessalonica starter, or Thessaloniki starter rather. He is nicknamed, by the way, the Serbian Messi. He also dropped out as well, so both of them being wingers, both dropped out. The Serbians brought in one winger to replace both, and that is Nemanja Jovic, right, or Jovic, however they want to pronounce it, and he is making his debut as well. He's a left winger predominantly, and he's 18 years old, and he plays for Partizan Belgrade, that big club in Serbia, and he gets very regular game time and has some decent stats in the Serbian first division. So guys, that's the Serbian squad basically. It was originally a 19-man squad with 4 debutants, and it is now a 17-man squad with 5 debutants. 4 original players dropped out and 2 additional players were brought in to replace them. And you know, thank God Almighty, this Serbian team is not as strong as we feared it originally. There are a number of noticeable absentees in this Serbian squad, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in another video. But there are a ton load of players missing, man. I mean a lot. I mean there are a couple regular starters here in this current squad, but there are also a number of superstars and Serbian stars that are missing, and players who get not even regular game time but starters, you know. So there are some big names that are not in this squad. So thankfully Serbia did not bring their strongest team, or did not take their strongest team to Japan, and it is still a strong squad, and it's still a squad that, you know, it will be a difficult task. I'll tell you that much. It will be a difficult task, but not as difficult as originally feared. So that's it, guys. That's Serbia's 17-man squad, a surprisingly small squad, right? A surprisingly small squad. So we can't even cuss our reggae boys or the JFF for taking, because the JFF would have taken a bigger squad to Japan than what the Serbians are taking there, you know. So that's it, guys. That's the Serbian squad. Stay safe, take care, and until next time.